In the grandiose theater of Soviet politics, there once stood a peculiar project that even the likes of Shakespeare would have found bizarre: Birobidzhan. Established in 1934 by none other than Joseph Stalin, Birobidzhan was intended to be a Jewish homeland in the far reaches of eastern Siberia. The stage was set, the banners were unfurled, and the propaganda machine whirred to life, promising a socialist utopia where Yiddish culture could thrive. Or at least that was the plan. Enter our protagonist, Moshe Goldstein, a tailor from Odessa with a penchant for grand dreams. Lured by the prospect of fertile lands, communal farms, and a place where he wouldn't have to hide his menorah during Hanukkah, Moshe packed up his family, including the cantankerous Aunt Rivka, and boarded a train to the promised land. Little did he know, the promises were a bit like the Titanic's, grand as long as you ignored the looming iceberg. Upon arrival in Birobidzhan, Moshe quickly discovered that the fertile lands were more like frozen tundra, the communal farms more communal fantasies, and the majestic town square was just a muddy field with a suspiciously optimistic sign. Aunt Rivka summed it up best: it's as if Stalin mashed up Fiddler on the Roof and Dr. Zhivago, but forgot to add the happy endings. The community endeavored to grow potatoes and build houses, but the frozen ground and relentless mosquitoes weren't part of Stalin's grand vision brochure. Moshe tried raising chickens, but the chickens looked at the Siberian winters and decided they preferred the afterlife. Even so, the small Jewish community persevered, motivated by equal parts of stubbornness and the KGB's watchful eyes. Cultural life, however, flourished in its own absurd way. The Birobidzhaner Stern, the Yiddish newspaper, published everything from poetry to potato-growing tips. Step 1: Don't bother. The Jewish theater put on plays, albeit with layers of woolens under their costumes. And in nightly gatherings, stories were shared, complaints were aired, and the vodka flowed as freely as the Amur River in spring. By the late 1930s, Stalin's purges reached even this remote utopia, and the dream of Birobidzhan began to crumble. By the time the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union, the dream of Birobidzhan as a vibrant Jewish homeland was as frayed as Moshe's old coat.